Welcome back to the channel. I have my Acura Integra 2024. This is the Integra Type S variant, so it has the better performance. Now, what kind of modifications have I done over the past year? I've owned this car for a year and I'm pretty surprised that it's already gotten to this point. Let's focus on the exterior. I bought the car at MSRP back in November last year, but they did add a lot of accessories. Carbon fiber side mirrors. I have the front emblem that illuminates and so forth. They added a bunch of other things like that carbon fiber rear wing in the back, or more like a spoiler, duckbill. But you can tell from the front, absolutely love the more aggressive front end. I think the biggest game changer when it comes to a car is the stance. So we went with the Advent GT Beyonds. I had a whole video on specs and whatnot, so if you were looking for this kind of spec wheel and how it's kind of flush but not too flush, so it is kind of poking out right here. Fender, there's plenty of clearance, so I'm not rubbing or anything. I'm running on a 35 profile tire, 275/35 19, so this is a 19-inch wheel, and no errors, no issues with tire pressure monitoring systems. It's a really nice setup. It's on H&Rs right now, so you can see the stance. There's no wheel gap. Maybe like a finger. And other side, because it's on a slight incline, maybe a finger and a half. But yeah, stance-wise is good. I also got the windows tinted. I went 35% front and rear, and I also went with a roof vinyl wrap, black. And when we get to the exterior right here, again, that factory dealer option upgrade, we have the carbon fiber spoiler, which is a nice piece in my opinion. And I just love the way everything just flows to the back, with the front to the back being kind of that glass black tint. Just looks really good when your roof is wrapped, and it has nice contrast. Now for the rear, I have Miltech exhaust. These things sound really good, and for one of my biggest requirements was a valve exhaust. So when the valve is closed, it diverts the air and exhaust over to the sides, being muffled. Also have a carbon fiber frame, and believe it or not, some people ask me, is this modified in any way? No, this is the stock bumper, which is awesome. Next thing is the interior of the car. So that's it for the exterior, nothing too crazy. Interior wise, we do have red Type R floor mats. I also did this part is something I really didn't like stock. So we have a real carbon fiber in matte finish. Same with the door cards right here. We have one on the top and one on the window switch panels. And probably the biggest thing, the first thing I did with this car in terms of interior, is I did change this to an Overland Designs Alcantara. So factory, these are gloss, and it was already getting scuffed up after a month of ownership. Switched it to Alcantara, and ever since it looks good. We got the red stitching, beautiful, and it matches the red stitching here. Shift knob is from Acuity. Acuity makes some great products. They have the shift collar too. So just the feel, the hold of this shift knob is just better than OEM. Just more surface area to grab, and it's a little bit heavier than stock, so it feels a lot just more mechanical. I know this is more performance-y, but this also has a stage 2 kind of upgrade shifter linkage. So I got a video on that if you guys were curious on what I'm talking about. But the insides was all removed, put in new parts for the shifter. Also have the Charisma's carbon fiber steering wheel. So with the flat bottom and gloss carbon fiber. I went with the gloss because I feel like it's just kind of, I don't feel too bad if I like touch it too much. Over time, matte does become more glossy because your hand kind of keeps touching it and polishing it. So I kept this part glossy to match kind of like the caps and the mirrors, and just feels good. I like the flat bottom. You do get a little bit more leg room. And then I have all the, if you guys were interested specifically on these parts, like the steering wheel surround shroud, all that, I have individual videos more talking about just the product itself. Then next off, what do we have here? We do have the FitCam X. You can see it right there, FitCam X dash cam. It's all built in, looks really flush, awesome. Also, I have a Nguyen R3 radar detector mounted. It's powered from this as well. And it just looks very sleek and good. Nothing screams out boy racer or anything too tacky, in my opinion. For the rears, this is a kind of like a family car. So you still have the carbon fiber going. This looks really cheap from the factory. So having it in carbon fiber brings it up and makes it look a little bit better, in my opinion. I also have, even though these are tinted, I went with the OEM mesh. So these are OEM meshes. You can get this from the Hatch Civic or the Type R, and they just mount like that. And they just give that extra visibility or lack of visibility, more protection for your child in the back to just block out more of that sun, which is awesome. And the biggest modification, if you do have children, if you can zoom into the rear vent mod. So the rear vent mod is probably top tier when it comes to just feature comforts. That is something that everyone should get if they have rear passengers, because it gets really hot in California. Having that is just a huge plus, and it works like OEM. What else? So the rear kept it pretty much the same. Nothing on besides the factory. I guess this is a dealer upgrade. And of course, we got some toys for the kid in the back. Under the hood, I do have more modifications. This car is modified by Variable. I'm on Hondata, his stage, I don't know, there's so many stages, but it's tuned and it makes about 400 horsepower. Boom. So we have these dampers that I got. I'll put a link down below, but they really elevate the car in terms of making it more luxurious. I still have the prop tool, if that's something you need. And these can pop out pretty easily if you want to use the prop tool and get it further extended. But yeah, this is the engine bay. We have one of my favorite mods right here. It's gonna be the high velocity intake from PRL. They make great products and they're not overly priced. Some people love the carbon fiber, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's necessary. Like, it sounds good. It has a performance gain. It's enclosed so you don't get heat soak. That's all you really need. They also have this coming out in carbon fiber if you're interested. Another piece I got right here is this PRL titanium inlet. So this is where the turbo sits right here, and the inlet goes here into the turbo right there. So that looks pretty cool. Increases flow, supposed to increase sound. Honestly, it's just a look piece for me. I didn't notice any sound or performance increase, but it is wider. There's more diameter, so it should, in theory, improve performance. And I also have a Boomba bypass valve right here. If you can see this little metal piece right here. So the factory one is plastic, upgrade to a metal one, and the piston is just a lot better. And it actually sounds a little bit different. And a little bit louder, which is awesome. So again, I'm on the Hondata tune from Variable, and it really wakes up the car. No more rev hang, no more. It's just better shifting, and in my opinion, what changes it is the traction is way better. The way they manage the traction, and you can allow more slip because with the tune you can adjust that. See my Hondata video if you guys were interested in more information on that. But yeah, That concludes my Integra Type S. Beautiful stanch, beautiful exterior, interior, not overly done. Now I was gonna get a front lip and side skirts, but they're a little bit crazy. I've also had so much issues with dealing with a company called G4 Works. Highly don't recommend them, don't buy from them. They're kind of scammy and they kind of hold your money, and they have one of the worst customer service I've ever dealt with. The owner's just, he likes to confront people and kind of fight back with them. And I don't think as a business owner, you should have that kind of confrontation issues. So I canceled my front lip from them, side skirts. I was gonna buy a whole kit, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm keeping it OEM until there are some HRC front lips that Honda might make, and also APRs they made side skirts with it, with the front lip design, which I kind of like, but it is kind of race car-y. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for anything. Stock looks fine to me, and it makes it have so much clearance, and again, a daily car. I don't have to worry about speed bumps or anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my update on my Integra Type S. Oh, I forgot, there's some few things too. I have the carbon fiber hood vent, check that out. And then I also have a carbon fiber shark fin antenna too, which is also pretty cool. Very cool, actually. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Feel free to put some comments below and smash the like button if you like Integra Type S videos, because I think it's a pretty cool car and it's super modifiable. So, modifiable. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.